As we navigate our way through life, especially in our 50s and beyond, we often find ourselves wondering what kind of impact we're really making. Are we just influencing people or are we truly making a difference? It's a vital question because the answer has power to shape our sense of purpose and fulfillment and encourage fun and playfulness. So, join me as I dive into the challenge of figuring out the real difference between influence and impact for people over 50 and what it means for leaving your legacy life. So, I'm going to look at the definitions of influence and impact. They're here on the screen for you. I'm not going to hide them away. And I'm going to read them and then add a little bit of my own commentary to it. So, influence is the ability to affect someone's thoughts, decisions, or behaviors indirectly, often through persuasion, example, or reputation. Influence is often immediate, situational, focusing on shaping opinions and encouraging actions. Impact, the tangible or intangible effect of an action or presence leaving a lasting mark on individuals, communities, or systems. Impact is typically enduring and purposeful, focusing on transformation and legacy. One of the ways that I would sort of summarize here, and I'm going to go through what's called the connection, competition, and collaboration. This is a way that I often, in my own mind, get insights into what I'm looking at. So I'll define the terms, then I'll use those. Instead of using the compare and contrast language, I kind of like to figure out, well, what's the connection? What's the competition? And what's the collaboration? It just deepens my appreciation of the terms. Because with these insights, you can certainly ask yourself, am I an influencer or am I an impactor? Or maybe there's something else here that we've got to look at. So, this connection between influence, impact, and living a legacy life. So, as I said, I'm going to look at connection, then I'll look at competition, then I'll look at collaboration. So, influence is often a starting point for impact. So, it's a little bit like horse and cart. So, influence comes before impact. Possibility. By influencing others, you open the door for this engagement and possibility to unfold. In living a legacy life, it means transforming that influence that you have into meaningful impact, ensuring your actions create lasting value. So, if we look at it this way, influence sets the stage, impact seals the performance. The competition. I have three possibilities here for you. So, influence may yield immediate results on the short term and often without depth, and it fades away. Impact focuses on creating lasting changes, this long term view that endure beyond the moment. So, short term, long term. Surface and substance. Sometimes you could talk about foreground, background here. Influence can remain superficial, driven by trends or popularity, while impact requires effort, alignment, depth with values. So sometimes you hit influence, it tends to be more in the foreground. But if you're doing impact, you're getting into that background, and that's where real beautiful, aesthetic, really heart centered things can start to take place. The third way of looking at it is recognition and contribution. Often, influence seeks acknowledgement or verification of what's going on, that recognition. Whereas the impact is going to prioritize meaningful contribution that may or may not be noticed. sometimes with living a legacy life from an impact point of view, a lot of people may not see it right then and there, but later on, it might be very evident what took place. And I think of that philanthropic effort. You may give into a charitable situation, and it isn't until a number of years later that you see the outcome of that. So some people don't even know that there's a connection between them. Now, the interesting one that I like is talking about competition and connection is finding the collaboration. How do you weave these together? So, influence becomes more powerful when paired with intention to make an impact. For example, inspiring someone through influence to adopt a new perspective can lead to them, what do we say, reshaping their own actions and those of others, which could be the impact. Both are essential in a legacy framework. And this is important to remember. Both of them are present if you truly are living a legacy life. And so influence helps to spread the ideas and rally support, while impact ensures the efforts they translate into measurable, lasting results. So, using legacy wisely lays the groundwork for the impact, and it can inspire the confidence in the recipients, the contributors, supporters. So, if you want to look at that, all of the stakeholders, and certainly opens up the doors and gets the direction to follow. So, this impact, um, by opening the doors, the impact's there to maintain, set that direction, and keep it going from there. So, in living a legacy life and connecting influence and impact, I would share the following. To live your legacy is to go beyond influencing others. It's about making an enduring impact that aligns with your values and aspirations. Influence starts the conversation, and impact ensures the legacy lives on. The two videos that you find on the right, one is about the legacy ladder, which is explains the progression through the different programs and projects and practices and products available for legacy. The other one is a couple of tools that you can use to get yourself started. So that's a great progression. So I would choose one of those two videos to move you along.